are now listening to the Dad Rules Podcast with your hosts, Mario E. and Kid.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Dad Rules Podcast, where we help you dad better. I'm one of your hosts, Mario E. and Kid. What's going on?
Not much, man. Glad to be here. What you got today?
Today, we're going to talk about an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I know we all heard that. I know before we've talked about on previous episodes, we talk about health and wellness, but we're talking about an apple a day today. All right, Kid, start us off.
For apple a day, I think about just making sure that I'm eating right, making sure that I'm exercising every day. And I know that that's not easy. It's not easy. Like, especially when you first start, trying to exercise every day and trying to stay healthy. It's not easy, but I will say this. I think every one of us should do something that sucks every day. You should do one thing that sucks every day. And if that's getting up, I'm going to explain. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, that sucks.
Yeah.
Going on a 3-mile run, that sucks. Doing 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups, that sucks. Dealing with a problematic family member, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with a difficult coworker, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's not those situations and it's not those people so much, but it's what those situations and those people do for your mentality.
Mm-hmm. It's a challenge.
Yeah. I feel like that those people or those situations or those things, they make us better people.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can get better is by challenging yourself. So no, I'm not saying go out here looking for problems or anything like that. I'm not telling you go out here and look for stressful situations, but I do feel like that you need to do some things that you don't necessarily like to do. I'm not saying do that all day. It's 24 hours in a day. 1 hour of running on the treadmill that, you are dreading to do is good for you.
Yeah.
You got 23 other hours to do what you love to do.
Yeah.
But I think that helps. And as a father, I got Jonah. Jonah is 4 years old. He'll be 5 in a few more months. And then I don't know if everybody knows, but I'm expecting a new baby. Coming in May. So we got a little girl that's coming. And as a father, it's my responsibility to teach my kids, man, how to eat right and how to exercise. And like, I think about, you got to go back to like your lineage and your family and stuff like that. And when I look back at my mom and my dad when they were younger, like when they first got married, 19 and 20, I mean, both of them were like very skinny people. Like they were like sticks, right? Mm-hmm. And they didn't have it like really, really hard or whatever growing up. I mean, my dad was on a farm and he had, I think, 13 brothers and sisters. And then my mom, they had a lot of siblings as well, not as many as, I think it's like 6 of them. But I mean, when you have families that size, sometimes it's not a lot to go around, and I think about like the hard times that they had. So when they, got their jobs and were able to have a life and, if I wanted food, I got food. What I wanted was provided, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it's something like I couldn't have all these luxuries. We couldn't go to the fast food place when I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? We had to eat what mom and dad cooked. But, my children now, they're going to have what they want. So yeah, son, you want some Burger King? Let's go. You want some McDonald's? Let's go. You want some ice cream? Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I worked hard. I'm able to do this for you and I'm going to do it. And I think like in that, they kind of got away from all the healthy eating and stuff that they had. Because my dad, he ate a lot of fruits and vegetables and all that stuff as a kid. And even as an adult, my dad would sit in the kitchen, man, and he would cut up like a cantaloupe and just like cut it with the knife and eat it. And he used to do the apple the same way with a knife and just cut it and just eat it. You know, so that stuff he picked up working on the farm and being on the farm as a kid.
Right.
You know, but I didn't necessarily pick up those habits because everything changed. You know, we had fast food, we could order pizza and they could bring it to your house and all that stuff. So I grew up, you know, not knowing how to eat properly and what to eat and my portion sizes, all that stuff.
Ooh, portion size.
You know, and like now that I've changed the way I eat, like my mom yesterday, she had a dinner. She had some friends over or whatever, and they had a laid out dinner or whatever. And she's like, "You want something?" I was like, "Nah, Shanika wants something to eat or whatever, so just make her a plate." And then I just told her, I said, "I'm just gonna taste, you know, some of the stuff I want." So she had like macaroni and cheese, potato salad, you know, ham, meatloaf. My mom's meatloaf is, I mean, the best. You know what I'm saying? And I just got a taste of everything. And I felt like that helps me to stay on. And I got that from you, actually, you know, because I think when you came into town, we went out to eat, you was like, "I'm not gonna eat it all, man. I just want to taste it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I was like, yeah, he just trying to keep the portion control right.
That's right.
But yeah, man, it's and the beauty of it is like yesterday I was running on the treadmill and I try and get everything done before Jonah gets up, but Jonah got up probably about 8 or 9 and I slept in a little bit on yesterday because I was off from work. And as I was running on the treadmill, he came downstairs and he saw me running on the treadmill. He said, "Dad, you running on the treadmill?" I said, "Yeah, I'm running on the treadmill." And I could just tell the way he was looking at me that he wanted to get on. So after I finished running, I said, "Go get your running shoes." He went and got his running shoes. Then I cut the treadmill on and let him run a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm just trying to teach him, you know what I'm saying, the importance of working out and being healthy. And it won't be such a, because like with me, I guess playing sports, you dreaded running, you dreaded working out because you were made to do it. And then you were made to do it at such a high level that you don't understand that I can pace myself and still get the work done, you know? So I'm trying to get him to the point now that he loves it. And then once we have our daughter, I want her to do the same thing. I want her to love to exercise and just know that eating right is the best thing to do. And even with his eating, we didn't even put this on him, but Jonah's one of his most favorite foods is like yogurt. And he doesn't like the regular yogurt. I guess he tasted the low-fat yogurt from my mom's house. And he started eating the low-fat yogurt, man. So we've been getting him that. So I mean, he likes it and it was like, "All right, man, that's what you like, then we'll get it for you." But I will say this about my mom, right? When she was pregnant with me, I think she had me, after she had me, she went to the doctor. And the doctor told her, said, you know, her blood pressure, I think she went to the doctor, she was really dizzy and her blood pressure was up. And so she went to the doctor and the doctor told her that day, this is over 30 something years ago. He told her, your blood pressure is way too high. And he said, if you don't change your life and your eating habits, you're not going to see this boy grow up. And from that day forward, my mom, now I was telling you that what they gave me. I tell me what they gave me, what I was able to do. I was able to eat out and do all this stuff. But my mom she stopped eating pork. She, stayed away from a lot of fried foods. Man, she changed up like the milk that we got. I remember my friend came over and he grabbed a bag of chips one time out of the cabinet. He started eating them and he bit into it. He like, "Eh, what's this?" My mom was getting the unsalted chips back in the day.
Okay.
So yeah, so my mom was like really into the health thing. But like I said, she didn't force it on me.
Right.
Or it really didn't like tell me the importance of it. I guess they just felt like you're young, you're okay, you can eat that stuff. But yeah, she laid down the groundwork and then she started walking every day.
Mm-hmm.
And still to this day, my mom is in her early 70s, man, and she's still walking every day and eating right and staying on track with her health. So that's something that I definitely look at and I use it as an example, because with me and my kids, I want to see my kids grow. Yeah. I want to see them get older. And if I have to make some sacrifices on what I eat and, when I work out or whatever, I'll do that, man.
Yeah.
Because, any of us can die at any moment. But if it's anything that I can do in my power, I'm going to do it. But yeah, that's how I feel about it. What about you?
Yeah, man. So I like what you said, at the beginning, do something that you dread doing, that you hate doing. And, I kind of liken that to everyday challenging yourself to do something different, to get out of your comfort zone, have some adversity so you can conquer that adversity. I like that. Getting up every morning early to go exercise, or making sure that you eat the right things, especially, in situations where, people, and I don't know how it is at your work, but I know, in my work, it's, people, still like to get together and come around and, do those types of things, of course, and it's so funny, man, and how much food plays a part into all this stuff, right? And people will, have brought food in and, oh, try this, and I made this, or, and it's always something that I'm trying to refrain from eating. Somebody brings some cookies in, or somebody brings some, and it's just like, and I'm always that guy to like, no, I'm good. No, I'm good. Yeah. No, I'm good.
And they hate me for
and
it.
then sometimes, I taste it just so you don't be rude or whatever, but I'm just like, man, I know how I am. And, you talking about, just let me taste it. Some things I can't just taste, because once I taste it, I'm going to want some more. And I want some more. I want some more. So I do the thing where I say, that's okay. Because if I don't taste it, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to be good, So I like what you said there. And, it's to me, I think about an apple a day. It's all about eating right, man. It's about clean eating. What affects your body. How your body responds to certain foods. I know how my body responds if I eat, pork. I know how my body responds if I eat a bunch of pasta and bread. I know how my body responds, so it's knowing those types of things, right? And then it's also trying to stay away from the things that that aren't healthy for you. The saying doesn't say fried chicken a day keeps the doctor away. I mean, I love fried chicken, but I can't eat fried chicken every day, right? Instead of fried chicken, get some vegetables, grill you some vegetables. That's still good. Find the ones that you do like and eat those. Some people don't like asparagus. I hate asparagus, but I like broccoli. I like greens. I like, all these other types of vegetables. So eat some of those instead of, a brownie or something, or cookies, or, pecan pie, whatever. Get you some fruit. It's still sweet, so to speak. You can still do those things. I definitely try to watch my sugar intake too, right? But yeah, man, to me, that's what it's all about. And I like what you said about your mom. And, you talked about how when she was pregnant with you, what the doctors told her, and, she kind of, that was like an inflection point for her, where she decided to start to live her life a different way with respect to her eating. And, you know, the thing I thought about with that was she made a sacrifice, right? She made a sacrifice to eat right, to eat well, so that she could be here to provide for you. And fathers, if anything else, you know, your eating habits, if anything else, is so that you can ensure that you are here to provide for your family, to continue to provide for your family, because whatever income it is that you're bringing into the household, you know, whatever, you know, wisdom that you're imparting into your kids, to your sons and to your daughters, whatever help that you are to your wife, you know, if something were to happen to you where, you know, you were to, you know, because of your eating style that you know, you got sick, you know, that's a detriment to your family. Your family has to pull a different way to get things done, you know, and unfortunately, if you were to pass, think about what that means for your family. So for nothing else, I mean, do it for your family, you know, to make sure that you're eating right, so you're there to provide. You
Right.
know, that's all, to me, that's all part of the providing part of a father. You know, you can't provide if you're not here. You know, you
Yeah.
can't provide if you're sick all the time. You know,
Yeah.
you have to be around to be able to provide. You know, how can you provide? You know, how you gonna teach your son how to ride a bike, or your daughter how to tie her shoes, if, you know, you can't get out of bed because you're bedridden because of you eat poorly? I
Yeah.
mean, come on, like, we can do it, you know, and all it
Yeah.
takes is one step at a time, one step at a time, you know. So I really like what you said there, but, you know, yeah, man, it is a challenge. It definitely is, man. But you know, as men, we got to step up and we got to take that challenge, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. I definitely think it's a challenge. It's probably one of the biggest challenges um that I've had in my life. And I feel like I'm a pretty strong-willed person. Um, I feel like I'm not easily persuaded, but food just hits you different.
Mm-hmm.
Food hits you different. Um, you ask me, you know what I'm saying, you want to smoke? No, I'm good. You want something to drink? No, I'm good. You trying to do this? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But you ask me about some chicken Alfredo pasta, some macaroni and cheese,
Yeah.
man,
Pizza.
pizza, bruh. Like it's hard to turn away. And like we are into the Christmas season, and at work it's going down. I mean, we are weeks out.
Yeah.
We are weeks out from this holiday,
Right.
and they're already setting up food. Yeah, come through here on your break and you can get this. And like they already was talking like last day we here, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna be getting off early and we're gonna order some food in to eat. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, no, y'all, I'm good.
Yeah.
And like
Exactly.
they think I'm like being funny, but I'm like, no, I'm not being funny. Y'all like, y'all don't understand. I'm worse than y'all. I'm
Yeah.
worse than y'all when it comes to this eating thing. I
Yeah.
gotta be very careful. And I'm like, yo, we getting off a half a day. Like, y'all don't have to order it here. You're gonna be able to leave and go
Yeah.
get what you want. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like I have to constantly tell them, and like I had, and they're some sweethearts. Some of the ladies that I work with, man, and they just want to feed you, man. And
Yeah. Yeah.
they always ask you, you want something? You sure you don't want to go with us and stuff like that? I'm like, I'll go for the fellowship, but like I I just can't indulge myself in that, man. And then too, once you start thinking about all the work you've put in and like the weight that you have lost, and it's like I have to start over.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember like Thanksgiving when I ate, and you know, Thanksgiving turns into the day before Thanksgiving. Well, I'm gonna mess up on Thanksgiving, so really don't matter today.
Yeah.
Then it becomes Thanksgiving Day, and then it comes the day after that, and then the day after that, and then before you know it, it's like I get back on Monday, and
Yep.
like I'm just now getting back down to my pre-Thanksgiving weight.
That's how it is, man. That's
This
how it is.
morning, when I weighed,
That's how it is.
I just got back down to pre-Thanksgiving weight.
Yeah.
So you're not going to sit here and tell me Thanksgiving don't put pounds on you. Thanksgiving put pounds on me, brother.
And then look, this is how it works too, because as soon as you do that with Thanksgiving, you know, it's like I said, like you said, man, it's like a 5-day ordeal with Thanksgiving. And I'm glad you said that because, you know, it's the day before, it's the day of, the day after, then you Saturday. Then by the time you think, man, let me get back, you think, well, I'll just start back again on Monday, you know, so you're doing that. And then next thing you know, a week or so out, you done got back on track. And what's going to happen in a couple of weeks? Your mind going to be like, it's about to be Christmas. I might as well just go ahead and mess up now. And, you know,
Right.
that's 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks right there because you got Christmas and New Year's. So, yeah, man, it's very, very tough, man, trying to maintain your body weight and maintain, you know, your just eating well and a nutritious lifestyle. But it takes discipline.
Yeah.
It takes discipline. And as men, that's something we definitely got to have, right? There's something we definitely got to have. But I encourage every guy, you know, do it. Like I said, man, eat right, eat well, not just for you, man, but for your family so you can be there to provide, man.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, because like I'm looking at like, okay, I had my kids a little bit later. I say a little bit later because I compare it to my parents. My parents started having kids in their early 20s. My sister had a kid in her early 20s. My brother, he had a kid in his he had all his kids in his earlier 20s or whatever. And here I am like in my mid 30s and I'm getting my second child, right? So It's like with me, I'm running after my 4-year-old now. I got another one coming.
mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'm getting older. I haven't felt older, but I know it's coming.
Yeah.
And I still gotta run with these kids. Like I got experience with my nephews or whatever. And then especially with Tim practically lived with me. We're like brothers because we lived in the same house for so long.
Yeah.
So, you know, with his recruiting and running the road with him to camps and doing all these things, I know what's ahead of me.
Yeah.
With my son. And it's like, I got to be ready to run. I got to be ready to go. Like,
right.
And this is what's the best thing for me is to stay active. And I was talking to a lady at my job and this lady's still working now. She is either in her late 80s or early 90s, and she's still working. And she is just as sharp, witty,
that's good.
And she's still energetic.
That's
and
good.
I asked her, because when I'm around people and I admire some of the things they have accomplished, I'm going to ask them for some advice. I said, what's the key to your success? She said, I was playing racquetball. She said, I played racquetball until about 5 years ago. She said, stay active. So we get so caught up and like all of us went outside and played as kids.
Yeah.
Naturally, we want to be active. We want to play. But when we get on our jobs and life starts to hit us, then we just want to go home and just relax. There's nothing wrong with that. Just take an hour in a day just to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do something, work out. If you're not going to do nothing else, work out while you're watching your TV. That's why I told you I got my treadmill. Because now I'm able to work out and stay home and, you know, even watch TV, something that I want to watch.
Right.
So it helps the time go by a little bit faster.
I understand.
Before you know it, you got your work done and you ready for the day. Ready for the day. You got anything else on the topic?
No, I don't, brother.
All right. We thank you guys for listening to the Dad Roots podcast. You got Mario E and Kid signing out. Peace. Thank you for listening to the Dad Rules Podcast with your hosts, Mario E. and Kid. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, follow and like us on Facebook and Instagram. You can find our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Breaker, and Player FM. Till next time.